Here we go. Oh, Lord. We are nice, getting ready. I went back to lifting weights this week. I had taken a month off after I had tore my butt muscle, and I am sore from lifting weights. I didn't start heavy. I started really light, but it's muscles I haven't challenged in a whole month. And isn't it crazy how quickly our bodies kind of regress? So it is a great reminder to, yes, sometimes you have to take a break, but start back slow and forgive your body for not being exactly where it was. Even when this class ends, whatever you choose to do, keep moving, keep doing something. At the very least, walk. Take a walk. After you eat, take a walk. When you get up in the morning, we talked about that moving life energy where we go here and move, just kind of bounce. You can jump up and down if you want to, but get that energy moving and move your body. Oh, do Tai Chi if you will, but there's lots of ways to move your body. Here we go. Let's start our warm-ups, starting with our neck. Take our neck side to side, following that hand. Go until you feel a slight stretch. Come back to front, take your time. We follow principle even in our warm-ups. Reminding myself to breathe. Inhale, exhale. I'm doing it at my own pace. Let's roll our shoulders. Small circles. This is where I feel all those muscles that are sore, and it feels good to move through them, not forcing anything, just slowly going in these circles. Shoulder circle. For our spine, coming from our ball. Oh yeah, nice big stretch. You can stretch so big even without completely locking those elbows, keeping that little bit of a bend in those arms. Focusing on your spine, thinking about those muscles stretching, giving some, I think of it as like breathing space of all those vertebrae. I think about all those tiny little bones in my spine and just giving them some space. They don't have to be collapsed on each other. And so this is a movement that you can do every single day to just stretch that back. I like to inhale as I come to my ball and exhale as I separate. I just feel like my stretch is bigger and better when I do that. Let's go side to side, still with our ball. Now for our hips. Shifting leg to one leg. So because we didn't have class last week on Friday, Miss Sharita, you were in the class on Tuesday where I talked about marching in place and marching really slow. And because when you march in place slowly, you're having weight on one leg longer. And that's what we do throughout our Tai Chi movement. Specifically here, we actually shift the weight to one leg and move the other. And it's a challenge. Sometimes we have to have a chair nearby, a wall, a table, something that is stable that won't move when we rely on it. Shifting side to side, tapping out. Knees. Oh, this music is so pretty. It's relaxing in itself. So when we move to the music, we just really feel our bodies give in. Slow down. Kind of give up that control. Or our dedication to a rush. Remember, keeping both feet flat on the floor as you shift weight forward and back in this movement. Keeping a loose fist, we're not squeezing our hands. For our ankles, heel toe. And big toe, little toe. You know, some weeks my ankles will be so stiff and tense, and others it's just easy. I put my legs and feet through a lot. And I just caught myself squeezing my hand right there. And, you know, I kind of tell on myself when I catch myself, just to remind you about the importance of body awareness. Catching yourself not breathing, catching yourself holding tension or squeezing and you know, holding your shoulders up, doing different things. Our habits are all different. So catch yourself, fix it, release it. And that's the lesson of body awareness. All right, so let's go through our movements. Let's just start by going through part 1. Let's just leave it at easy. We know it, we're familiar with it. I'm not going to worry about music. We're just going to think about body awareness, moving slow. All right, here we go. And commence. Open, close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Relax shoulders, moving through water. Counting to 6. Advance 6, starting with brush knee. Play the lute. Carry punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. Brush knee. Take your time. Play the lute. Carry punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. Close it out. Just feels like an old friend, in comfort. Now let's do it all together. Part 1 and part 2. I'm going to challenge us to our music, and it's okay if we don't start and end at all the right spots. And commence. 6. Brush knee. Part 2, starting with brush knee right. I don't have a cheat sheet. Let's see if I can do it. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Leisurely tie the coat. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Close it out. Somewhere in there I got a little fast, but how did you feel about it? Good. I think I did better without my cheat sheet. You want to do the part 2 section one more time? It's 9:53. Okay. So is there any part of any of the movements that you want to talk about or go over specifically? Okay. So part 2 only. Starting with brush knee. All right, here we go. Brush knee right. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Brush to the back. Switch arms and brush all the way to the front. Switch arms and brush to the left. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Oh, brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Maybe I'm not good without my cheat sheet. I gave myself way too much credit. It's okay. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Leisurely tie the coat. Not that. Repulse the monkey. I'm all over the place. Switch hands and brush right. Now leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. So, not focusing on what we did wrong. I just included you in it. It was me that did wrong. But what did I feel like I did right? I felt like I've been challenging myself. If you remember going back to parry, parry, punch, and how I started this whole, parry, parry, and then back pocket punch, just really twisting that spine and, going all in, which ended up not being a good thing because we don't want to twist our spine. It's the same reason why in our warm-ups we go here just above that knee, switch, come across just above that knee. We don't go way over here because twisting our spine is a bad thing. And body awareness has told me specifically in the leisurely tie the coat to the right, what I felt myself doing was, offering and then coming around, that I was making that too much of a twist of my spine. And instead, I needed to go, let's see. Why am I wrong on this? Brush knee, here. Okay, leisurely tie the coat. Here, zip, offer. Instead of going so big and twisting my spine, I've made more of an effort to kind of come back and be close so that my spine isn't twisting. It's not big. And so I felt myself do that right at least 3 of the 4 times. And so that felt good. So body awareness is so important so we catch those little glitches. It's probably a good thing that I'm sore right now because making that movement really big, it says, ooh, those muscles are tender. So it's good that I'm able to be more body aware because I'm sore. But I want to be aware to not twist my spine in that moment. Everything is so small. It's, we're offering this pie and then coming back, and it's small. It's not that, because good gosh, I was twisting my spine and bending my back. I'm being real dramatic, but you know what I'm saying. I'm kind of honing in on the pieces and parts of part 2 the same way I did with part 1. It's a journey, isn't it? I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm finding little places that maybe I've, tried to do too much. I mean, that's one of my glitches in life, is I try to do too much. So, any questions or comments about what you noticed or anything?
No, I just enjoyed it.
Good. I love it too. Well, let's give ourselves a nice little fist massage. I'm going to go today and order y'all's hats. I can't decide if I'm going to get one because I don't know if I'll wear it. Sometimes hats give me a headache.
I know.
Ponytails give me a headache. Sometimes I will wear them, but it's just, how I don't know if you experience this, but when I was little, my mama would put a ponytail in my head. She would make me Chinese. She would squeeze my head so tight. And I guess I have PTSD from ponytails growing up, but they give me a headache. But like this right here, this little clip, it's real loose. So I just take and twist it and kind of tuck it. And so my hair is up, but it's not tight. You know what I'm saying? All right, gather tension. Let's don't live this way. Let's don't hold on to it. Let's let it go. If we hold on to tension, and tension can be not just tense muscles that can cause pain, but like metaphorically, tension can be things that make us angry, people that make us angry, or just, that just bad forces in the world. We don't want to hold on to that. We want to let that go. Most things we don't have control over anyway, so let it go. Be loose and fluid, like the water that we pretend to move in Tai Chi, and just watch it float down the river, watch it go. I'm talking to myself more than you, girl. Oh, strength, friendship. I'm so thankful for it, Miss Sharita. And humility. I'm thankful for that too. We put this together, and in mutual respect, we say namaste. So thank you. Thank you for being just like determined to get into class today, because I was getting kind of sad. I'm like, oh, it's been 2 weeks. So I'm glad you were like, this will not defeat me. And thank you for sticking with it. I'll contact them today and just let them know I don't know what's going on. And hopefully we can put it behind us. All right, we'll do it again next Friday, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, have a great week. You're not my mom, but in some ways you are, because you're a fierce woman who helps lead me in this world. And it takes more than just our mom. It takes all of us, hand in hand, arm in arm, encouraging each other. So thank you for being that type of role in my life. I appreciate you so much, Miss Sharita.
Oh, well, thank you, Jennifer, and you mean the world to me. And your love for Olivia and Patrick, you know, you're the best mom. I've seen so much of a real mother in you. So I really
Thank you.
about your kids and how you act. Yes, yes, yes. And the joy that I saw in you when your mother was actually down with you. So, yes,
Thank you. Thank you.
yes,
Um,
yes.
But I celebrate all the women, and yes, I celebrate you. I celebrate Miss Gwen, even though she's not here. But, you know, there's nothing like our own mamas. Nothing humbles us like being a mom. The moment you realize how dumb you are, that you've made it. If you sit and pretend you know everything about how to be a mom, you are done. You are doomed. Listen, let me go back in time. Patrick was 3 months, 2 months. I don't know exactly how old he was when I went back to work, okay? And he stayed with a lady named Miss Bonnie, but everybody called her Meemaw. She had kept children for 20 years, and, you know, she had been around. She had 5 kids of her own. She had tons of grandchildren, great-grandchildren. I mean, she was an older lady, and I always knew, like most days when you dropped off your kids, she didn't have clothes on. Like, she just had her little moo-moo nightgown on, and she rarely had her teeth in. So if she ever was dressed and had teeth in, I would say, well, where are you going? And usually she was going somewhere. But anyway, when I very first dropped Patrick off, you know, that's how new of a mom I was. Like several weeks new of a mom. And because I had read all these books, I thought I just knew all the things because I read the book. Well, she quickly treated me like a dumb new mom that didn't know anything. And I'm telling you, I was so mad at her. Some of the things that she would say to me, and I'd be like, you don't know my kid. And I've read all the books. I'm so smart. Well, it took 9 months. Patrick was 9 months old until I finally realized Bonnie knew a lot more than me. So that was just the beginning of realizing, but I don't know a whole lot. I just trial and error. I try to figure it out. Everything I do is rooted in love, but Patrick's different, Olivia's different, and then they have the nerve to grow up and change. So I kind of have to reconfigure, like, whoo, I tell you. But yeah, that's kind of my little mini story about how the moment you realize that you're just real dumb and you don't know anything, I mean, that's when the real stuff starts happening. And I think you only improve with that attitude. If you think you know everything, you're never going to grow and learn. That's true with anything, isn't it? I'm going to end on that because that sounded really smart and prophetic. But I love you. If you need me, you know how to get in touch with me. If not, I'll see you next Friday, okay?
Okay, Jennifer.
All right. Love you.
Love you more.
All right. Bye. Oh, my mouse doesn't work.